Today I'm going to be breaking down Lagos by Seyi Vibez, where as usual I'm going to be talking you through the various elements that I'm picking up on as we go through it. For those of you that are interested, I have put my interpretation of the song meaning down in the description below, so if you want to go ahead check that out, then by all means please do so. Alright, you know the sketch, headphones on, let's get into some new music.
Many things they happen inside Lagos. Many shorties they for Lagos. Many things saw before I famous. Many problems and chaos. Multi-billionaire now my neighbor, but I know they ask for favors. People wake you James, kill Jacobs. See I see they go, God save us.
Okay, right, I'm going to pause it there. I know we're, sort of like only just getting into the track, but believe it or not, we have just hit the pre-chorus. So let's cover off the intro. Let's cover off the first verse. All right, so let's cover off this intro then. So we get opened up, we got that percussive hit. We also have some sound design in there as well with the crackling of the vinyl. But what I like about the percussive hit is when it's standalone, the way that it creates this offbeat, hard to catch rhythm, and actually provides a good example of just how polyrhythmic African rhythms are, because it's not until you get to about 7 seconds the guitars come in and you're able to catch the beat. And this is something I also like about the guitars, because if you listen, the way that they're being played, it helps to create a sense of rhythm in the absence of complex percussions. And then the final thing, like the feel and the vibe of the track, I think it does a good job of capturing its reflective nature. But I also like the fact that we have no big transitions in there, that we simply roll out of the intro into the first verse. Moving on to the first verse, and I'm going to be honest with you, there really isn't too much to say here because there are no big shifts, there's no big changes. But what we do notice, at least rhythmically, is this is where the track begins to develop, because this is where we start to get additional and varied percussions coming into the mix. So let's go back, let's listen. It's quite hard to catch. Then the guitars come in, makes it a bit easier.
Many things they happen inside Lagos. Many shorties they for Lagos. Many things saw before I famous.
Varied percussions in there now.
Multi-billionaire now my neighbor, but I know they ask for favors. People wake you James, kill Jacobs. See I see they go, God save us.
Bang.
Soldier man where Abobi dey. Abobi don't fuck soldier wife. Soldier wife don't get the belly. Double wala for Abobi. They don't find Abobi come house. They don't carry Abobi go. We never see Abobi for 3 days. Abobi,
Okay, right, we're going to pause it there. We're going to cover off the pre-chorus and the chorus. Okay, so let's kick off with this pre-chorus then. It hits at around 35 seconds, and at first, there doesn't really seem to be anything that changes, if I'm being honest, from the first verse. It's not until we get to about 45 seconds that we get those beautiful group vocals that come in. And what I absolutely love about these in particular is when we get to the B sound, we get the higher range layers that hit, and it is absolute fire. The final thing within this pre-chorus are, of course, those horns. They absolutely bang. They bring richness, they bring depth, and they also bring a powerful presence to the track. Moving on to the chorus, and this is where we get the awesome bass being brought into the mix. It's consistent, it's drawn out rather than choppy and rhythmic. And if you pay attention, you'll also notice that we get additional percussions being brought in here in this chorus. And what that's doing is helping to develop the rhythm of the track even further. Like the way that they give us some variation within the guitars. Absolutely love that they carry those horns over, but more importantly is that they use them sparsely so they're not overpowering the entire chorus. And then the final thing again are the grouped vocals. Love how they follow up on Seyi Vibez' lead vocal, because what this does is it brings emphasis to the person in the story. So let's go back and let's listen.
My neighbor, but I know they ask for favors.
Pre-chorus.
People wake you James, kill Jacobs. See, I see they go, God save us.
Horns. Bangs.
Soldier man, where Abobi there.
Bass in there now.
Abobi down, fuck soldier wife. Soldier wife.
Follow up vocals.
Double wala for Abobi, they don't find Abobi, come house.
Horns in again, being used sparsely.
We never see Abobi for 3 days. Abobi,
Bangs.
Emi sling penny, I'm on the Miami. My papa was telling, Momo down penny. Iwájú ni mo lọ, kí n má padà sẹ́yìn, ṣèyí má padà sẹ́yìn. Ṣòbó ló ní ìfẹ́ mi, so why you hate on me? People wake you James, kill Jacobs. See, I see they go, God save us. Soldier man, where Abobi dey.
Okay, right, we're going to stop it there for the final time because we have gone over into the chorus. So let's very quickly cover off the second verse and then we'll go ahead and we'll see the rest of the track out. So the first thing that we notice here again is around the rhythm and how we get further developments in it, although this time it's only for a momentary period, because what you'll notice is you get what sounds like a shaker that's brought into the mix. And what this does is it does create a shift within the rhythm, but it also gives a sense of a change in timing as well. It's almost like it's been sped up, and you can hear this when we get to 128 because that shaker gets removed and the rhythm of the track begins to feel slower again. And then the final thing, absolutely love the fact that they've layered the lead vocal pretty much throughout the entirety of that second verse with the grouped vocals from the pre-chorus and the chorus. So let's go back, let's listen, and let's see the rest of the track out.
Carry Abobi go. We never see Abobi for 3 days.
Horns back.
Emi sling penny.
Hear the shaker in there. Layered lead vocal. And now the rhythm feels different. The shaker's been taken out.
See, I see they go, God save us.
Horns.
Soldier man, where Abobi dey.
Bass.
Abobi down, fuck soldier wife. Soldier wife don't get you belly. Double wala for Abobi, they don't find Abobi, come house. They don't carry Abobi go. We never see Abobi for 3 days. Abobi,
Outro now. Absolutely bangs. And you know, another thing, right? I rarely touch on this purely because I'm not really paying that much attention to it. But that video actually is really, really good. Okay, that's it for me. If you want to see more breakdown and analyses videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.